Hi. Welcome again to another short video. This one's going to be short on the target individual program, the target individual experience. Now, the previous video that I've done, you guys can go watch it. I just got evidence of more damage than which they have caused me. Okay, and I forgot to add this. Okay, again, like I said, I've been going through sleep deprivation the past week or so, and so they have been, turning up the target, and particularly with the noise campaign, the use of the police to target me. And again, you hear the sirens again. Uh, Before I started the video, you had the police sirens outside going woo, woo, but now you don't hear anything because again they don't want to be caught on camera, on video, on audio making those sounds. As I said before, and this is a very distinct sound that they make to let me know that they're listening to me and they're watching me. Okay, so uh again, so Wednesday night after I got home, went to see the neurologist and got some news. It wasn't good news. And so later on that night, I kept getting calls from an unknown number. And the first couple times they called, they hanged up the phone when I answered. You know, for those of you who are older, particularly those living in the South, with the white supremacists, how they will call the black civil rights leaders or black leaders or anybody who they set out to cause harm to, all right, or threaten or intimidate. This is what they'll do. So they'll call, hang up the phone, they'll call back and call them the N word and all this stuff. So this is what's been happening to me. And it's happened before, okay? And when this happens, I know that I strike a chord with these criminals, okay? I know that I've affected them. So now they have to retaliate. They retaliate using civilian perpetrators, using the noise campaign. But, um, you know, they don't do this frequently, okay? But they do it. But they don't do it frequently. And so, again, so when they call back, I listened. I didn't hang up, and it was, a person called me the N word while the song was playing in the background, and they would replace the certain words of the song with the N word, and then they start saying certain things. Okay, what is trigger words? And you can say here conditioning words, the identification words, or trigger words by Ivan Pavlov. Okay, so again, these racists, they're expert at psychological manipulation. They spend years in the military, years in the Department of Defense, years in the CIA, and some of them, the majority of them in the CIA and those agencies are basically white supremacists. Okay, I'm gonna keep it 100%. If you choose to believe otherwise, that will be your own downfall. If you're a person of color, okay, so um, I'm going to play this. Nigger. Chicken. Hey, good boy. Weed. Grape soda. Nigger. KFC. Nigger. Gotta eat. Nigger. Dollar scratchers. Nigger. Dodge Charger. KFC. Nigger. Africa. Eat. Nigger. Okay, and then that's the end of the message. So in that recording, he says Dodge Charger. So on my way home Wednesday night, okay, I was targeted by a Dodge Charger. I noticed that when I pulled onto a certain block, and I may have the video, I gotta look and see. But this Dodge Charger was double park. When I approached, he drove off. The person drove off. I don't know. It's probably a he. It's not a she. I doubt women would, but who knows? But drove off slowly, then stops, and then kept driving. Okay. So he mentioned in the Dodge Charger, I was like, okay. So this was done after I got home, okay, and after I got parking, because I start receiving these phone calls at around let's see what time it is. This was at 12:57 a.m. Okay, and then so it started at 7:55. So it actually started before I got home. So I probably didn't answer my phone when I didn't see the number. But after 12 o'clock at night, I'm like, well, who the heck is this calling me? You know, and yeah, uh, that's the message that they left me. Okay. Now, I would like to have, well, like this. What I meant to say is that I would like anybody to tell me that this is all in my head, that I'm just imagining this, that I'm paranoid. And you know what? When stuff like this happens to you, you know, you might be scared, you might be paranoid in the beginning, but when it keeps happening and happening and happening, you eventually gonna either have to fight back, or you might go into that paranoid state, okay, which is what they want you to go to not fight back, to not say anything, to be silent, you know, because all these things in here you can tell are from white supremacist when he says kill that seed. For people who have the strength and the courage to stand up and to fight in the face of injustice, racism, bigotry, um, you know, a whole host of other things, stand up for people rights and stuff like that. They're targeted because they don't want people like this in a society, especially when those that who are in power, okay, abuse its citizens and those living in this country and in the police department too. And I've said it. The majority of white officers are all white supremacists. I didn't say all. I said the majority. Okay? That's why when they shoot an innocent black child, they cover for each other. They'll lie for each other. They'll plant evidence for each other. And for me, when I see black police officers acting just as how these white officers do when it comes to the treatment of their own people, you know, um, it just lets you know that the that they're being brainwashed. Okay, when they join that police force, when they go through training, they are being conditioned. They're being brainwashed to see their own people as the enemy, even those that come from within your own neighborhood. Okay, so brainwashing is a very powerful tool. Okay, and you guys have to understand that it is a very powerful tool. When people tell you that no one can brainwash me, just look at them and smile and them say, "Have a good day." Because they have no idea, no idea. Yep, but you know, after all of the news that I got on Wednesday, they bothered me again. Because I was at my house at the time, and over in my neighborhood has gotten so much quieter. So I guess since they figure they can't carry out the noise campaign, they will do a call campaign to wake me up, keep me awake, to prevent me from getting sleep, leaving me this type of message.